what's up, guys? Thanks for joining us again on The Getaway. This is our original podcast. We're here to bring you new topics, new discussions every week. We're going to be going over some cool stuff every week. How about this week, Leo? What you got on your mind for us?
Lately, I've been watching a lot of conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
I always used to like those since I was little. And then I guess I just never really stopped.
Yeah.
I just like conspiracy theories.
I mean, there's endless conspiracy theories out there. I mean, there's just people that are obsessed with them. I know that. What are some major ones that you've been really into lately?
Two of the ones that I like the main ones that I like, are the ones that I at least found most interesting, was like Bohemian Grove and just the Illuminati. I mean, you cannot go wrong with that. That was just so interesting for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So
some weird stuff going on there.
Yeah.
Well, for those that don't know a lot about it, give like a basic, rundown of what you think about it and stuff like that.
Well, the Bohemian Grove, according to what I've read, is apparently where it's like this place, like this resort, I guess you could say, where politics go and meet up, or just very powerful people, but they're usually politics.
Mm-hmm.
They go and meet up for 2 weeks, and basically what it is just a massive party for 2 weeks where they get drunk and do tons of things, and they get to live out their weird fantasies that they like. And some people have even reported that they've heard or seen them do sacrifices or stuff like that. They do rituals, stuff like that. So apparently one guy, Alex Jones, he snuck into Bohemian Grove.
You can't. If you know anything about Bohemian Grove, you're gonna know about Alex Jones.
Yeah, he apparently
he's
snuck
a
in there.
conspiracy guy.
Yeah.
He's talking more about it than anyone I think I've ever heard. Joe Rogan's and podcasts and stuff like that before. Those kind of things.
Yeah.
He's definitely well knowledgeable.
He questioned the guy. He was interviewing this one politic, and he asked him about Bohemian Grove. The guy was like, "No, I'm not answering you." He just walked away real fast.
Yeah. It's always interesting how much they deny that kind of stuff.
The bodyguards had to come and be like, "Yeah, you can't ask questions anymore." I think he got in trouble. I think
he did. He got canceled or something for a little bit.
I think his license got revoked.
Oh, really?
Journalism, his journalist license, I think, got revoked.
Yeah.
They were like, "Fuck you, you know too much." So you can't just sneak into Bohemian Grove.
Yeah.
But apparently, they say that people have George Bush and tons of other big politics have seen there.
Powerful people, as in the president, the most powerful.
Yeah, president, tons of politics.
And it's in California, right? There's
a
trail there. I think you can
you have to take a trail.
Yeah. Well, I think the trail is public to people, but then when you get to a certain spot, there's that one video. Ever see that one video of that guy going up to the owl statue and everything? He was on
I know there was one guy
on the place
who tried driving up to the front of Bohemian Grove, the front gates, and cops were just on his ass immediately, and they were like, "Nah, you can't."
Yeah,
you can't
that's a big thing. Is why is it restricted? What's the if it's public land, if it's this, if it's that,
because they just
what's
do
the
tons
deal?
of illegal things.
Yeah. So what's
they get to play out their most this is a place where you could go and play out your most wickedest fantasy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
So if you had a fantasy about having sex with killing somebody and having sex with a dead body, you could do it there, and you wouldn't get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of places that like that where they restrict access. You got Area 51, for example, too. That's another one. I mean,
those people still were able to go there.
But what's that?
Those people that they can't stop us all.
They probably. I mean,
if
they're really hiding something, I feel like they had it hidden. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
There's so much with it. I've seen so many shows where people go up to the gate and there'll be people watching you, man. There are people watching you. Yeah, you will get told to leave, and if you don't, you could disappear or something like that. Yeah, and that's they don't mess around with that stuff, and it's what's going on?
It happens in Antarctica too. There's only if you fly to a certain limit, the military that's there, they're just.
Oh yeah. They'll send planes.
And if you fly too far, they'll just take you down.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So. Weird. It makes you really wonder, what are they hiding there that you can't even fly a plane over?
Yeah.
The one dude said he flew into Antarctica, into this hole through Antarctica. And
in Antarctica.
He saw a whole different it was like an underground world.
In Antarctica, yeah.
Yeah, he said it was like incredible, like an underground city. He said it was like amazing, and then he said that he got told like, oh, you should leave.
Really? Right. So there were people down, like there was
think.
people in the city, and then the people, like he found more people there, and they told him to leave?
Yeah, he said that there was like just a different species of people, like a different species of, you know, like they were like huge.
Really?
I believe in like giants. Like I think there's giants.
Yeah, I've heard that theory about a lot
like
of
those
them.
humanoids.
I don't know. I mean, I could see it, but I could also not. Like it makes sense, but at the same time, like you're like, yeah, but nowadays, like we have some, like you know, like more athletics. I don't want to say like more athletic people than we had back then, obviously, but we have like more advanced, more things. You know what I mean? Like in medicals and this and that. It's like if we had giants back then, there might have been giants, but they're probably living to like they're 30, man. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, probably.
You gotta think.
They said they have found like giant like footprints, like human footprints that are like this big.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
What is that now? How is that compared to Bigfoot? Because that's obviously another one you got.
All I know is I wouldn't like to cross paths with any of those.
Nah.
no, thank you.
I don't know, man. If I saw Bigfoot, I'd be interested.
I would look at it and then be like, nah, I'm turning around, I'm going back. I'm not trying to film this.
Yeah, I mean,
what if he has like
dude,
a consciousness? Like he knows, oh, I'm being filmed, and I go beat those guys up now.
I don't know. I mean, that's the theory. Yeah. That's the theory. Like you never know. I mean, he's probably gonna, fight or flight kind of thing. He's gonna kick in. And he's gonna probably want to fight. He's gonna want to fight.
He's fighting. If you see Bigfoot and he's mad at you, you better get ready to throw hands because he's fighting. He's not. He's not.
I've heard a theory that even Bigfoot are aliens, and that's why they're so like mysteriously sneaky, and that's why you can never really see them.
Or like shapeshifters.
Something like that. Yeah, where that's like when you catch them on camera, you're like, well, something looks off about that, you know what I mean? Because they're not really what they are. Kind of stuff like that, So, you got theories on everything.
They say like the reptile people, like the reptilians.
Oh yeah.
They say run the government.
The government,
they say
yeah.
Politics.
There's been like you see like videos of people blinking, and it's like you see like a shimmer in their eyes.
But like you see sometimes, like their eyes are like how they drink. Like they'll drink their water and they'll drink it like a lizard. Like they have to like that.
You're like, dude,
what human just scoops up water?
Yeah, like something does not look normal here. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, or just acting out of character.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they say a lot of people get like mind control, like celebrities. They use mind control on celebrities.
Oh yeah.
They also use clones too.
Now you talking like actual mind control? Or you talking like, okay, we'll pay you this money and we'll get you to do this?
No, like actual like mind control. Like they actually control their.
What was that one? It was like MK Ultra. You ever hear about that one?
MK Ultra, yeah.
Yeah, that was a big one.
The CIA.
Yeah. Like back in the day, that was a while ago. But they tried.
It's like, yeah, we'll try everything. Anything. We'll try anything.
To get people to comply. I mean, that's like what they want. Right? Yeah, exactly. They don't care how they do it. They just want it done. That's like with the whole like COVID thing. Like there was a bunch of people who didn't want to wear masks just because they didn't want to conform to society and this and that. You know what I mean? Like because a lot of conspiracy was like that. Even COVID was made in a lab just to control us in a sense of see if they could control us.
Yeah,
and you definitely gonna control a lot of people.
Did a good job.
Yeah, you're gonna control a lot of people. That you're gonna have
people
that
still wear masks.
You're gonna have people that go against it, but then you're gonna have people like that are just still.
Yeah.
Nope.
The thing is, the people that go against it, they just either shut them out or they'll like release like they'll be on the news. They'll be like, these people are crazy or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Like they're the ones ruining it for everybody else. When it's in fact it's.
And then they put
it's not that big of a deal, man.
They put people against each other, and then it's like, oh, if you don't wear a mask, fuck you. Oh,
yeah.
If you wear a mask, well, screw you. And it's like, no, it's not.
Yeah, they try to create that conflict between people when it's like really.
Because they need division.
Mm-hmm.
Because politics is creating division.
Yeah.
It's like, how can I divide the country so these people vote for me and these people vote for you, and then, and then they're too busy like worrying about like other shit when. It's like you're worried about things that don't really matter at the end of the day. It's like you're worried about like the president.
Mm-hmm.
Like the president's gonna change your livelihood.
Yeah.
Like if whoever wins the next election is gonna make me less broke than I am, like You know, if Donald Trump won and I got $1 million check in my mail, I'd be like, okay, you know, I might vote.
Yeah,
I might vote.
Change my decision.
If I get some money, I might vote, but I don't get anything out of it.
Yeah.
I don't get anything. They don't help it. On top of everything, they just make your life impossible because they just add laws and laws and laws. And it's like, well, if you want this, if you want to be able to do this, you need this laundry list of requirements, which we know that you're never going to be able to fulfill because this list that I made is only strictly a 1%er could fulfill this. You can never fulfill this.
Yeah.
So I was like, they just rig it. Screw everybody. Like
that's what. Yeah, they would like. There are even conspiracies with that, with the rigging elections. They was telling me, like, I had a buddy that was telling me last week that Joe got more votes than anyone in history in the last election, and Trump was only a little bit behind him. But you're like, how do you get that many votes? Like that guy got that many votes, and no offense to Joe, but it's like, what do we do?
I mean, the George Bush one, like I don't know if it's right. Like I don't know if it's like right what I'm saying, but I know like something like this happened. Like they had to recount it in Florida.
Oh yeah, no,
and
I
like he lost.
I remember that. Yeah,
he lost, and then they were like, "Wait, let us recount it." And they were like, "Dude, we counted it wrong." It's like, the elections of the United States of America, and you're telling me that you counted it wrong. It's like we were hand counting. I'm like, you are in America. Why are you hand counting?
Yeah, but even if they're hand counting,
there's not a machine where you can be like, yeah, here. He got this many votes. Okay.
Yeah, even hand counting though, it's like, where is that? You were that wrong that you had to or you thought you were that wrong that you had to recount an entire state, and then that recount changed the entire election. Like, you don't think something was going on there?
The only people that could maybe care about an election is if you're just really, really rich. Because if a Republican won, I would get tax cuts. A lot of people care,
but
so I'd be like, okay, I would vote red because I'm rich and I want that tax cut.
Well, I feel like the rich, they want it one way, where the maybe the poor or the middle class, they want it another way a lot of times. You know what I mean? Like, those are the two conflicts, is like between the rich and maybe not even the poor, but like that middle class, that working class. You know what I mean? Because they get taxed hard, where the rich people can find those tax breaks, and a lot of times, you know, and that's where those conspiracies comes back, where it's like the rich feel like, or the working class feel like the rich are just trying to get richer every time, you know, without really working for it or paying for it, you know. A lot of times.
And then they got tons of breaks.
Exactly, because of the guy they chose, you know. But little do the working class know that guy just paid his way in, and that guy.
Also, the other side is like, the one side is like, it's like, less taxes on the rich, and you know, because they create corporations and they create job opportunities and whatnot. But at the same time, it's like the other side is too like, oh yeah, we just want to give handouts and make sure that they're dependent on us. So I think both are bad.
Yeah, I don't know much about politics myself, but I just know it's so many people are one way or the other, like, in my opinion, and that's why I try not to get into
one way or the other.
Exactly, though, blindly, and it's like you don't realize like something may be right on one end, something may be right on the other end. It's like that you just gotta kind of, and like what's so wrong with just kind of like working together? You know what I mean? Like because that's not what they want. They want us divided at the end of the day. You know?
I think at one point, in American history, I think the one was like, if the president was like Democrat, the vice president was Republican.
Really?
And I think they stopped doing that. But I think I heard one time that that's how it used to be at one point.
Yeah, I mean, they could pick their own now, right? They just pick.
They could.
They could
but
pick, like,
you're always gonna pick a person that's like on your side. You're not gonna.
You would assume, yeah. I mean, yeah.
But also, there's a lot of conspiracies with like celebrities too. Stuff like that, like selling their soul to the devil.
That's what I was saying.
Celebrities being like not only mind controlled, but celebrities being like cloned. Like those celebrities that said like they changed their act up like way too much, and they're like,
they say like some people died and they're still around.
Or like at first like they'll be like positive influence, and then they're changing the people, and out of nowhere they just change, and like people be like, oh no, they got cloned because you know, the Hollywood and the Illuminati want them to be this way so they can keep like distracting people. That's all celebrities really are. They just get paid to be distractions to people.
In a sense,
But
you wish they could do like better with their reach, but
the problem is that when one of them gets serious, like that's why you have people like Tupac, that are like dead, because it's like, no, you can't.
I mean, there's even another conspiracy. People think he's still alive.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There's endless conspiracies. There's conspiracies on everything.
Never ending.
Yeah. And then, I mean, you got people who just question everything to the point where they make everything seem like a conspiracy, you know what I mean? Like some of those real hardcore conspiracy.
Or like people who like disappear.
Yeah.
Like just people who like disappear, like either like they say that they get like sex trafficked, or sometimes like I know like back in the day for like a minute, like kids used to get taken to like it was like testing labs. Like they would kidnap kids and take them to like these government testing labs.
Really?
Kind of like on Stranger Things. Like the girl, she's like in like that's kind of what would happen. Like they would get kidnapped. And
that's a weird thing too that a lot of people wonder about. Like, why do they have so many shows and so many just
they say
videos
like movies
on
and shows
those kind of things?
They say the truth, but they say they try to disguise it as entertainment.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's so many like videos like the truth is right in front of you, but you just don't realize it.
Because if I'm telling you the truth, but I'm making it look funny or like in an entertaining way, you're gonna be like, oh, that only happens in movies. Like that doesn't happen in real life.
Mm-hmm. It's like, how do we know? Like, how do we all of us have a general sense of like, if I say what's an alien look like? Me and you would probably have the same idea, like a little gray,
like a general idea,
a little
like
gray man, human, like big eyes,
long fingers,
like weird look. Yeah, we would both have the same. Where do we get that idea?
When there's like infinite amounts of like species.
Yeah,
like,
but where do we, as a general idea, get that? Like we got.
They probably look at us and like, oh, you guys are weird.
Yeah. So did someone actually see an alien one time, and that was just what it is, or where did that image even come from? You know what I mean? Like, because you got
someone was like, this is what an alien is. I'm just gonna put it out to the news. And this is what an alien looks like, so everybody knows. Yeah, I've never seen one, but this is what it looks like.
This is what it looks like. I mean,
some people do say that have worked at Area 51. They say that's what they look like. Like if you hear people like Bob Lazar.
Bob Lazar is very interesting.
He said he actually saw one. He said there were also like small ones, but he said the grays were. Just how we thought they would look like.
Grays, yeah. For you, those of you who don't know, Bob Lazar worked at Area 51, then came out with tons of information about it. It's been tried to be silenced many times, but he refused it. He wants to get that information out there. Good for him, rightfully so. I think the world has a right to know.
Him from their system.
The world. I would say the world
went to delete it.
Yeah, I would say the world has a right to know, but I feel like there's a panic almost around it of like, if we did find that stuff out, like what would people really do? Would they go crazy? Would they, would their beliefs be shaken up, as far as like a religious beliefs and stuff like that,
religion.
Yeah, I mean,
that's who created you. Yeah. Not really you.
Well, it would shake some things up for a lot of people.
I think like they kind of like I think it's like they made us and they put us out here and they were like, okay, let's see how like they evolve. I think that it just like we're just always being watched by them because we're like an alien experiment, I would say.
Do you think that?
Like I think that they just kind of put us here and be like, let's see how they evolve and what they do and how they become. Yeah, the problem is that they kind of fucked it up because then they put corrupt politics and all this shit. So
you don't think that's part of their plan?
Could be.
I think it's a part of their plan, if anything. If they've got the plan. Yeah, if they got the plan to keep us in order,
I think they just want to make us like their slaves. They want to make us like their slaves.
They could see how we revolt. If you look in history, most slaves had find a way to revolt. You know what I mean? Like they find a way to come back at their oppressor kind of thing like that. So maybe they're trying to do a bigger experiment of that, even. You know what I mean?
I don't think there could ever be like a full revolt against the system.
Yeah, I mean,
because I think people are just way too divided. Like some people would be like, yeah, and some people would be like, and the other half would be like, nah, and then we'd never be able to revolt.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's just how
because like you have people that like defend, like there's people that literally will defend their government, defend their politics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. People
you
say
don't get like
right just because it's
like
it's
that guy's
your country
not
or this or that. Yeah, they don't see like the bigger picture of it. So
like I said, that guy's not helping you. Like you're getting poorer and poorer every day, and he's getting richer and richer off of you getting poorer and poorer, and that makes you believe that guy cares about you. Like no, he doesn't care about me. Because why? And at the same time, when you look at it realistically, it's like why would he? If I was a politician, I don't give a shit about you either. I'll just be like, whatever, just vote for me. Once you're in, you're in. once you win and you're in the White House, it's like, okay, do whatever, man. I don't really care anymore.
Yeah. So, what are some other good conspiracy theories you got?
I found this article.
Oh yeah.
The other day that has a bunch.
Alright.
Somewhere interesting. So
yeah.
we went through the mind control lab, but this one was interesting.
What's up?
It says this kid named Johnny Ghosh in 1969. He got abducted in Des Moines, Iowa.
Okay, why does that one interest you? As far as other abductions go,
there's like tons of things like here it says. Some people believe that he was forced into a child sex ring that was operating in Nebraska. His mother, Noreen, received pictures of a man tied up in a basement, leading her to believe the theory was true. Though the man in the picture could not be proved to be Ghosh, there was no other evidence to prove the theory. So, like, I guess they kidnapped this kid, and they had him, like, they obviously just must have had him there for years, and they just sent his mom pictures of him when he was, like, an adult.
Really?
So, like, imagine somebody kidnapped you at, like, 6, and then they send your mom pictures of you now.
Now, why is that? Is it unsolved? Is that why? Is it such a big conspiracy?
It hasn't been solved. They don't know what happened to him. It's just like the one Asian girl. You ever heard the one where she went to a hotel and then she was found dead, like, on the top of the thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like, she was found dead in. Like, it was like literally on the roof of this hotel. Like, there's no way she could have accessed it because she would have needed, like, janitor keys or something. And she was, like, in, like, a water thing that they were, like, only the janitor or maintenance people could get into this.
Like a water cooler or what do you...
No, I'm not sure, like, what it was. Like, I don't know if it was, like, like, she was just found, like, in, like, this little...
And it was just impossible for her to get in there.
It's like they were saying like there was no way for her to get there because only the maintenance people had access to that, and like the owners or whoever, like they were like a regular person could never get in.
Yeah.
Or the ones I fucking love watching is like the footage of the people like 5 minutes before their disappearance.
Really?
That shit is fucking wild.
Yeah.
Because it's like such an insignificant like footage because it's just a person walking, but like the video one and be like after that they were never seen again and no one knows where they are.
Yeah.
And it's just like wild to me because you watch them, like, I don't know, I think it's just like the thoughts that come after, because just after you watch them, like they're walking down the street and then they go out of sight of the camera, like the first thing I think of is like, what happened to you? Like, where did you go? Like from the moment you left this camera screen that I'm watching, like what went wrong? You know, like what happened to you after? Like that always it kills me. It kills me. You're like, it like triggers me. You're like, what? Where? Like what did happen to him? You know?
It just strikes
like the one dude, like I don't know his name, but like he went to a bar with his friends. It's like a pretty famous one, but I just can't remember the dude's name. I suck at remembering names. I'm sorry, but I just remember like. But he like left the bar and he was never seen again. There's just footage of him leaving the bar. Or there's one Japanese girl that she was just like in the parking lot, like acting weird, like just standing like acting weird, like somebody who would have been on drugs. Yeah. Like if you were tripping or something, or just on some heavy ass drugs, like she was like, and then she just walks away and like into a wooded area, and she just. They were like, she was never seen again.
Have you seen those videos of people doing like time travel and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, like when you see them like they're like on the surveillance footage and they just boom come
like something like that.
Yeah, or like the one with like cars.
What's up?
When like they'll be crossing this, like they'll be on the intersection, like and they'll be just going straight, and then there's no car, and then out of nowhere, last second, a car is like coming out. And they like stop, and
I've just seen some people like they just like appear out of nowhere, or they just like. It seems like they're like you're like wait what like how did that just happen or like what's the famous one that boxing match, you ever see the boxing match where the guy's recording on like a phone or something like that?
Oh, he has an iPhone.
Yeah,
that's a Mike Tyson.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Wasn't that the one with the guy who flew down?
Yeah, or the one dude in that picture who has like the Thrasher shirt.
Yeah, like there's some.
And he's wearing sunglasses, and it's like the 1930s.
Yeah, and it's like dude, like wait, where did you come from? Like, how did you do that? Because that something doesn't look
there
right
was one
there,
in a basketball game too, I think, where a guy had an iPhone.
And you wouldn't even maybe back in the day they might not think anything of it, but nowadays where we're just getting iPhones, we're like, wait a minute, you know? Now we're actually beginning to realize hey, something's up with that. But it's so funny to me how that stuff's just never talked about. Like, you see the videos and you see the stuff, and then it's just never talked about.
Just like, oh, cool. The thing is that it's like the people consume so much nowadays that by the next you see that and then you scroll into the next video and you completely just forgot.
I don't know. I think I think that's on purpose. I think that's the government. Like you were saying, trying to suppress certain things so you're not aware of them. You know?
I think social media is one of the top suppressors.
It's easily
people spiritually and mentally.
They can control your feed, so what you see, and then
And it's just they give you just overloads of dopamine, and you're just scrolling, and you just forget, and I think your brain just
even the TikTok ban that they're talking about.
Your brain's just overdose on dopamine.
But they're talking about it so much, but are they gonna really do it? Probably not. So then it's gonna just get you to go on TikTok more.
And they're probably just using this story to cover something else up.
Yeah,
there's probably something else bigger going on.
If you're a big TikToker right now and you're being threatened that it's gonna be banned, what are you doing right now? You're going on TikTok as much as you can.
Yeah, you're protesting.
And you're saying we love this TikTok, we don't want it to go anywhere. So but the government's trying to shut it down. So let's go go back and forth with each other, that kind of thing. But it's never gonna. You're only getting more distracted with that kind of thing. Yeah. So it's just you were saying, it's all one big distraction.
It's just a top energy drainer too. Because when you're looking all the dopamine release, you're using that, that's energy you're using.
Yeah.
Sometimes after you look at your phone for a while, after you stop, you kind of feel kind of tired after, unmotivated. You just want to lay in bed, and then what do? You lay in bed,
and then it's been an hour or 2 hours, and you're like, Jesus, all I've been doing is sitting here on my phone. We're all guilty of it,
I need to go outside.
Yeah.
I need to go to the gym.
Yeah, and you snap back to reality,
I try to limit my phone time.
Yeah, I mean that's good.
Try not to be on as much as possible. Even texting.
You can use your phone. A lot of people, they think being on your phone too much is a bad thing. You can use it for positive things.
You can. There is good things you use it for.
Yes. But people definitely it's so easy for distraction.
People nowadays are just too distracted. That's why a lot of people just can't. A lot of people don't accomplish it, or they don't do anything with their life. I think because they're just constantly distracted. You're just distracted by so many things.
Yeah, definitely. Government plays a huge part in that.
They want us distracted. They don't want us to know what really happens with the truth. They don't want, no government, I think, wants educated people capable of critical thinking.
Yeah.
If we all were if we all knew how to go on about life, we understood about mortgages, we understood about taxes, we understood about businesses, we understood how money works, we understood how the system works, but we also understood about spirituality, and we understood about how humans are really supposed to be. It's we could just look at them and be like, yeah, I'm self-sufficient. I don't need you. I can grow. I don't need to go to the grocery store because I could just grow my own food.
If you be self-sufficient, I was gonna say live off the land like that. That's the most hated person there is. They don't.
Yeah, they don't like that because they're you're not consuming, you're not paying, you're not getting distracted, you're not doing it. You're actually living how you're supposed to be living.
Yeah,
you were created.
And it's great. Yeah, it's so crazy that you would hate someone for living the way you're supposed to live. Like you said, the most natural form of living.
They just want people that are good, that are smart enough to show up to work and do their job, but dumb enough to not really do anything after that. Just people just go to work and just make their money, but they don't do anything with that money. They don't start anything. They just work at their job forever. And then they're upset with their lives. It's you can do something. You can do something with that money. You just choose not to. Yeah. They just like making people comfortable. So let's see. Oh, we're talking about Bigfoot. Been 2,032 Bigfoot sightings in Washington State.
Yeah, Bigfoot's an interesting one, definitely. Yeah, I mean...
The one, Yellowstone, have you heard that? Yellowstone?
But what about Yellowstone?
That if it erupts, like it's a conspiracy that massive volcano. They say if it erupts, like it'll wipe out the entire United States.
Gee, really?
Yeah.
No, I haven't heard that one either.
Like,
they say that they like know anything about it or whatever, that they're like they don't know when it's gonna erupt. Like usually there's
I don't want to hear when it's gonna erupt. Just let it erupt. Personally, I don't want to know. I don't want to know when my death day is.
Yeah, I guess.
They're gonna be like, yeah, it's gonna erupt on this day exactly. Be like, come on, dude, you just ruined the rest of my year for me.
Huh.
But yeah, there's also like tons of conspiracies about like celebrity deaths. Like besides like Tupac, like Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
They said that like Courtney Love shot Kurt Cobain or killed Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot.
Or like the conspiracy that people said that Stevie Wonder actually can see you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shaq is both.
You got Shaq.
Bro, he said that he went to an elevator and it was him and Stevie Wonder, and he walked in there and Stevie Wonder looked at him and said, "What up, big fella?"
Yeah, no, I know the story.
And Shaq said, "If you're blind, how do you know it's me?"
You could probably feel the elevator move.
Yeah, well,
maybe he didn't know it was Shaq.
It could have been like
guy.
It could have been like Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I don't know. Shaq's
like, you know specifically that the person that just walked in is Shaq.
A lot of people got different senses though. Like their senses.
But they can't see. I feel like that's a sense that you would need to know. Like Shaq.
They're heightened.
Like if I can't see anything. And like you walk into this room and you don't talk or say anything, how would I just be like,
there's a blind guy. You want to hear crazy one? There's multiple blind guys. I just saw the other day, but there's a blind guy that uses sonar, like echolocation, like bats, and he can literally play video games and like on a screen and play like on a handheld screen and play video games and actually like a normal person. He can play basketball, football. He can do any, and like I've seen him literally making shots in a basketball. And you're like, he's not blind. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, he's blind, bro. Like he is. He just has an ability that not any human really can do. And it's like it makes him like superhuman, but it's because he's blind that his other senses are so heightened. And he can it's insane actually. So it's like because you see blind people tapping with the stick a lot, and that's the vibration, like, and they can feel like a like they can almost feel that vibration because their sense of touch is so much better.
Yeah.
Sense of hearing is up. The sense of smell, like they can smell different people almost. You know what I mean? Like they have like I don't want to say dog-like sense of smelling, but every sense is heightened on them because when you take one away. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a theory out there for sure, you know.
All the ones that like people say like politicians or them, like they drink blood.
Oh yeah.
And they call it adrenochrome. There is a market for that in the black market. People like actually sell adrenochrome.
Adrenochrome is blood.
It's baby's blood. Yeah, like it has. Blood has a stain. It's called adrenochrome, and that's what keeps them youthful, like baby's blood.
That's sick.
Yeah, so like, they like shake the baby up and like stab it in the back of the neck.
Oh my god!
And then they like pour it into a glass, and then they drink that, and then like that's what keeps them youthful.
Oh, all right.
That's why they're like 70, and they're like, how does this guy 70 and looks like he's 30?
Yeah.
And they say that's how they stay youthful forever.
Huh? Yeah, that's a bit
of a dark one. Face.
That's a dark one.
Almost slipped up. Jennifer Aniston on the Ellen DeGeneres show.
Really?
Have you ever seen that interview?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's hilarious. It's like they ask her like, cause she's pretty old, but she just looks like she's 20 all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So Ellen DeGeneres was like, oh, how do you like stay so youthful all the time? And she's like, oh yeah, I just get what does she call it? Like skin they're not implantations, like
injection.
Yeah, like she gets like skin injections, and like Ellen DeGeneres was like, what? And she's like, yeah, like they take skin from skin cells from like a young child. Like she said it on like a young person or a young child or something, and they inject it into me. And Ellen DeGeneres was like, oh yeah, they take skin from Korean babies. And they were like, laughing.
Yeah,
they were like laughing.
That's like what we were talking about before, like that whole, the truth is right in front of your face. Yeah, exactly. But who knows how if that really is the truth?
Is that really true?
Yeah, you hear that kind of stuff all the time where celebrities make jokes like that, and you're like, You know what I mean? Like,
is that
you're
really
like,
funny?
wait a minute, wait.
Like, are you
You're
sure?
trying to be funny, but like, is that really just a joke?
You really
like,
do that?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, there's definitely some theories like that on there, yeah.
Are people like in the music industry like getting blackmailed by their
I mean, that's
leave?
probably well known, yeah. The whole, like, selling their soul.
Yeah, they get like invited to Illuminati parties and then like 8 dudes like run train on them.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, whoa, if you don't sign to us and do everything we tell you, we're just gonna put this tape on social media.
Well, that was like John Cena apparently at the one award show. He like came out like naked.
Oh, like in the Oscars.
It was the Oscars. I forgot which one it was, but it was one of those, and he was just like coming out like naked and promoting his movie. But I was like, I think it was Andrew Tate. I mean, Andrew Tate's Andrew Tate, but he's like, you couldn't pay me enough to do that stuff. That's because he sold his soul. You know what I mean? I'm like, you can't. They
said about people that like guys that wear dresses in movies.
Yeah, you can't pay me enough.
They said like if you see a guy like wear a dress in a movie, that dude sold out. Because it's like they're basically like they're basically saying like you're our bitch now. Yeah. Like we're emasculating you. Like you're not a man to us anymore. We can make you wear a fucking dress if we want you to wear a dress. Yeah. I would never wear a dress. I would just be like, nah, dude, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I don't want to be in this movie.
I'm good on dresses for any amount of money, really. I mean,
I would maybe play like action.
I don't know.
Like I would be in a horror. I would want to be in a horror movie.
Is someone gonna pay you $1 billion? You ain't gonna wear a dress?
Nah,
really?
I don't think so, dude. I don't think I'd be able to.
For a bill? A B?
I'd be like, dude, my fucking dad has to watch this movie. Like,
true.
Why would you like it as a dad? You walk in and your son is wearing a dress, acting all fucking.
That's true.
You would not be happy. You'd be like, I'm sorry. They paid you.
I guess if you don't got a lot to lose, then yeah.
Like, you're gonna embarrass me like this? This is what you think? Like, this is how your father raised you?
Like one day you're gonna be a dad and you got your kid to watch that.
Yeah, your kid's gonna watch something like that.
That's
and
true.
then when your kid starts wearing lipstick,
you give him $1,000 to shut up or something. But no, no, you're right. All right, that's true.
Like, it's like your fucking dad has to watch that movie and be like, yeah, that's my son in the dress. Like awesome. With his painted nails and lipstick and mascara. Yeah.
Alright, well, I think that pretty much wraps it up.
Yeah, that was actually pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
we got into some stuff there.
Yeah, if you guys got any more theories you want us to talk about, or just other interesting ones, or even comments on ours, definitely comment down below.
In the comments.
Yeah, we're open to the suggestion, we'll definitely get back to you guys on them. So we appreciate all that. Appreciate the support, the views, everything.
And please make sure that you guys sub to the channel and follow us on Instagram.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have tons more episodes to come, and we're very excited for the future.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see you guys next time on The Getaway, our way to connect.
Thanks, guys.